Hi, everybody. Welcome to the webinar. We're so delighted to have Helga Zagmeister with us today from LifeSecure, and she's going to discuss supplemental insurance products and how they can be a real asset to your clients' portfolios, your health insurance portfolios. And just a couple housekeeping items. If you have a question, you'll put it in the question box. We'll get to those questions at the end of the presentation. But don't be bashful. If you got something you want to get off your chest, throw it in the question box, and I'll jump in and ask her right away. So Helga is up in Rocky River, Ohio. Say hello, Helga.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to toss things over to you right now. And Brad, say hello. Brad Percella.
Hello, everyone.
Also in the house, Brad is another business development manager with Cornerstone, like myself. He covers Northern Ohio. I'm Southern Ohio. And through the magic of technology, I'm sending it over to Helga.
Okay.
Perfect. That's great. Thank you.
Okay. All right. And so, yeah, so here we go. So again, my name's Helga, and the LifeSecure really offers you and your clients 3 products: accident, critical illness, and hospital indemnity for individuals, as well as for what's called worksite plans. We also offer long-term care, but that's through worksite. If you do have something like that in mind or have questions about that, I can certainly follow up with you and find out more. That's not really in my, what they call, wheelhouse, but I can certainly find out from one of our underwriters more about any questions you have there. But for accident, critical illness, and hospital indemnity, I'm very well versed in those 3 products. Why offer this? So a lot of times you might feel, or your clients might feel, that the coverage that they have might not be enough, or now summertime is coming very soon. I mean, unofficially it started, right? But officially it hasn't started till June 21st. But with that comes a time for a lot more activities outside the house, and accidents could possibly happen. And so these types of plans actually would cover the whole family, including the children. So accident plans are our top plan. And I'll go into that a little bit more. Critical illnesses and hospital indemnity, like the hospital coverages that cover you on top of the health insurance that you may have. Your clients may have under 65 or over 65. This hospital indemnity can be for anybody under or over 65. And another thing about it is maybe it's summertime and you may be somebody who's mainly writing Medicare plans. Well, these kind of plans you can start year-round for your clients, and they'll have it available to them. Usually our underwriting takes about 24 hours at the latest, so that's another thing to know. I'm going to also share with you right to the point here. Our website is yourlifesecure.com. If you go on there, you'll see everything about LifeSecure. And I am the territory sales manager for Cleveland, down to Columbus, and over to Pittsburgh. But I do work with Cornerstone, and I'm very happy about that. Thank you to Jeff. Thank you to Brad. I enjoy doing that, and I like helping the agents a lot in whatever their needs are, whether it's getting an appointment, onboarding, etc. My email is very long, as you see. I wish they would have chosen just Helga Z, but it's at Helga Zagmeister at yourlifesecure.com. Again, not my fault there. I wish they would have chosen just my first name instead. And then my phone number is a cell phone, so you can call or text afterwards if you do need anything or have any further questions. Let me tell you a little bit about the LifeSecure's history. And Jeff or Brad, I can't see the comments, so if they do have any questions, let me know. In the meantime,
Not
though,
yet. We don't have. They'll be coming in, but nothing right
okay,
now.
We'll just let you
okay,
know.
okay, perfect. Okay, LifeSecure was founded in 2006, so it's been around for quite a while now already. These plans, again, begin at age 18. The AM Best parent company is rated A, which is excellent. The company is based in Michigan with all the employees are US based. Most of them, a majority of them, are in Michigan, and that's all told, it's about 200 people. Okay, and just another little curious factoid is it is majority owned by the largest Blue Cross Blue Shield in the country. So anybody guess which Blue Cross Blue Shield that might be based on some of the information I just gave you?
I'm going to say BCBS of Michigan.
Yeah, you are right. You're right. So yeah, so it's majority owned by them. So that's why you'll see everything is in this light blue or blue. Everything is blue. And that's the kind of tip off. All right, let me get right into it. Accident insurance. It's our flagship, our most popular plan. I can tell you why I think it is. I think it's because it's AME paid. There are no questions asked. The age range is wide, 18 to 74. In Ohio, if you write anybody in Ohio, they have accidental death benefit included. It is guaranteed issue. The application is easy. The applications are done actually on the website, the yourlifesecure.com. So there is no app. You just go directly to the website once an agent has an appointment to write. And the benefits are paid actually to whatever the person purchased. There is no coordination of benefits. So if they do have health insurance in addition, that's fine, but we'll pay what the client chose to pay for, what kind of coverage. It also can work in collaboration with workers' comp. So again, it's still separate. So we won't coordinate benefits with their health insurance. Who would be a good fit? Just some little tips. Again, the high deductible plan, maybe, the folks with that. Families, because children are covered, and now summertime, maybe they're swimming or playing soccer, doing a lot of activities. Those kids are covered. Maybe a small business owner and their employees. That's an added benefit where the premium is going to be deducted by LifeSecure. And they can contribute or not, depending on how many people join in. As well as seniors, your Medicare folks, who might want to have that accident coverage for a little bit of extra peace of mind. Critical illness. This, again, is, as it says here, ages 18 to 70. It's a lump sum cash directly paid to the client again. It is more comprehensive than our competitors, so that's another distinguishing factor of the LifeSecure critical illness plan. And it covers for reoccurrences of disease and subsequent diagnosis. So also, it does cover more than, again, the competitors' critical illnesses. So this goes beyond cancer and heart disease. So there's many different illnesses that are covered. Here's an example. I know it's maybe a little bit hard to read for some. I mean, I know my eyes are going, so I'm going to put on my reading glasses. It's that time where my eyes are getting to that point. All right, so here we have two different people, one with the critical illness insurance through LifeSecure and one without, and the way their payments are, their bills. If they had $13,500 in bills that came to them, they also have extras, right, that health insurance doesn't cover. That's up to you, right? Things like travel expenses to and from maybe the hospital, extra meals, maybe you're not able to cook because of your illness and you have to order in. And also lost wages from missing work. This kind of coverage can really end up making ends meet for a family or an individual or a couple. And then finally, the total expenses might be, in this example, $18,000. David would be out, and he doesn't have any coverage. The first person in red, Sarah, she has $25,000 coverage. So that lump sum cash benefit is paid to her directly, however she sees fit, whether she's going to use that for medical expenses or other out-of-pocket. That allows her to focus then on her recovery and not on worrying about the finances. And then in the coverage that she chose, she also has $7,000 to use in any way that she sees fit of that benefit coverage. The hospital indemnity plan also is pretty popular, especially now with the Medicare ages. Probably more than anything right now is the hospital indemnity, because now, as we probably know as agents, more and more people, used to be that more people had Medicare supplements. Now it's completely turning, and more people have a Medicare Advantage plan, whether it's a HMO or a PPO. But with that maybe comes some worry and like, well, hey, if I get hospitalized, I'm paying $350 daily rate or $400 or whatever is my daily rate. That's steep. Maybe I want some extra coverage, and that's where hospital indemnity can come in for them. The LifeSecure plan has the guaranteed issues for 64.5 to 66. Also can blend well and work well with high deductible plan for the under 65 client. Here again is going to be an example from two people who have a hospital indemnity coverage and one who doesn't. Let's say on the first line we see $15,000. That's the cost of hospital care. Again, much of which, as it says there, was covered by health insurance, but the remaining deductible is $2,000. In the example, in this case, her daily rate for hospital coverage on her Medicare Advantage was $400. She was there for 6 days, so 400 times 6 is 2,500. So she's going to get a check within 2 weeks once she sends in her claims information and files a claim with LifeSecure, and she'll get that money back to her in however she sees fit. And that hospital indemnity will reset back to her, what she originally purchased, reset to 10 once she's been out of the hospital for 60 days. Any questions on the hospital indemnity?
Those are really generous benefits.
Okay, so yeah, so it's a good one.
Let me
and
see.
like
There might be a question in here.
Okay.
So Mary Lee asks, so insured submits paid receipts, or do they request specific cash amounts? I'm trying to read it on a claim form.
So what's needed is, so once they have, once they're admitted to the hospital, they have 120 days from the hospital discharge. They complete the claim form. They can use either a UB04 form, itemization of the services that were performed, and then they can send it into LifeSecure, and that would be sufficient.
So, okay, did that answer your question?
Yeah, Mary Lee, does that answer it, or no? They don't need to wait. Again? Yeah, they don't need to wait. So they can the client can call in and start their claim, or you as the agent can do the claim, start the claim rolling for them. You don't need to wait until the form is sent out to begin the claim.
Now, is the payment, is it in a paper check or is it a direct deposit?
It is usually in a check form.
Okay.
But they can.
And sometimes that's nice to deliver personally to the client. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
that's often a nice thing to do, particularly in a workplace environment.
yes. So yeah, so they would be able to have that. Once the claims forms and paperwork is filled out, then they'll get everything is processed then and sent out within 15 days back to the client. And also
Great. I think
for
that answers it.
okay, and then for the agent or for you don't need to wait until all the EOBs or all the bills are received. You can start on the claim right away, actually. I'm going to have later in the presentation here, you'll see the phone numbers here. I'll give you those here in just a second. Yeah, here we are.
Fantastic.
Okay, so claims can be filed by calling in. However, it's more convenient for you or the client. They can call in, they can go to the website and go to the select how to file. They can start again without anything yet. They just need the written proof, though in the final status, before the claim is paid out, they do need to then get the itemized bill or in the letter of diagnosis in case of the critical illness plan. The number here for agent support licensing and commissions is shown on the screen. It is different than the claim number. You'll note that. I know that at least some of you who are on here might already be appointed, so this is some information to keep in your file folder. But again, you can always call me or email me and say, hey, what was that number again? What should I do or what should they do?
Absolutely.
But
And we'll
as
provide
we
her phone number at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will again, yeah. But as we know, insurance is only as good as how your a claim would be handled, right? I mean, you can get good rates left and right, but if the company doesn't pay out efficiently or, drags it on or whatnot, that's not great customer service, and it doesn't reflect well on LifeSecure. It doesn't reflect well on anybody. So, it's another benefit of it is that it's a pride ourselves on customer service, concierge service. It's a small company. It's real life people. It's all based in the U.S. So we take our jobs very personally, and we're in that position that we want to serve and make sure the clients that have paid on their coverages are paid out efficiently and quickly. And that's actually the one feedback that we do get is, wow, it was easy to use, easy to work with the people there. They'll note names of people who helped them. They'll say, oh, she was very helpful, and I got it done quickly, and the client got their money quickly. Pretty happy about it. I had one client up here in Cleveland who actually bought the accident insurance for himself and right away tripped and fell. And he testifies for it himself. He said, wow, it was a good experience. I mean, I sent in the paperwork, it got things started, and I got a check real quickly. And I'm going to keep my accident insurance because I had a good experience. Hopefully I won't have another accident, but it's there for me, and again, as we know, ancillary products, these kind of products, yeah, it's not necessary, right? I mean, most people think, okay, I've just got to have health insurance, and it would be really nice to have vision, or it's really important to have other types of coverages. These just are extras for people maybe who have worries about, extra bills or the ability to make sure that they have the peace of mind. So that's where the supplemental, the ancillary products come in. It does give them the peace of mind. And if they have it, again, it provides extra insurance to their health insurance, to their other insurance. So that's it. And I made it short and sweet and to the point. I don't want to really get into too much granular stuff. It usually just bores people and confuses them, so I'll leave it at that. So again, I'm going to go back to the first page too with my information. Here we go, Helga and my information. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Cornerstone, thank you so much again for hosting me and for inviting LifeSecure. It's always a pleasure.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. By all means, out there, if you have any questions or any comments about supplementals or how LifeSecure works, let's put them in the question box. Stephanie has a question. Will we receive a copy of this presentation, or do we need to capture it as it all is presented? Now, it's recorded and it'll be out on our website, and our website is www.crnstone.com. And within that website, you go to the resource page, and then you'll see a listing of all of our webinars, which will include this one. A recording of all the webinars is out there on our website, and you'll be able to see the slides out there. And
I did have one other thing that I realized I noted, but I didn't put in my presentation. If you're one of the agents on here who already has an appointment, you can request what's called an eShop link, which you can add to your personal insurance website for your clients, or you can add it to your signature so that your clients can run quotes and see how much it would cost them and whatnot. And then, of course, you would be able to get, the credit and paid for that. But yeah, we have shop links. So if you are appointed already,
is that kind of like it's like a little website, right? Like a URL?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's very helpful.
Yeah, so if you want something like that, you can reach out to me and I can get you one. And that's, it has been pretty easy to use for a lot of people. And it kind of gives them a chance to kind of test the waters a little, see how much it would cost and what the coverages are. So yeah, shop link is what we can offer too.
Okay. And do you, off the top of your head, do you know what a premium would be for your typical plan for somebody, let's say, age 55?
Okay, so yeah, so let me see here. I do have a rate sheet. Also on my email, I have a link to the rates so they can tell. Let me take, for example.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, you're fine. All right, so for let's take it for accident insurance, or were you thinking hospital indemnity? Because that's by age.
Well, I was thinking in terms of hospital indemnity.
Okay, so hospital indemnity, let's say, yeah, you are 55. If you get a hospital indemnity plan for covering you choose the days. So let me take, for example, 3 days. 3 days would be, for myself at 50, if you're 55 years old, would be $15.05 for a month. For 6 days, it would be $18.10. That's with a $300 benefit. Sometimes some plans have more, like $400. If it's $400, just slightly more expensive.
Yeah.
It depends on what their daily rate is for hospital.
Yeah. It's really competitive pricing. There's other players in the field. I think this is really well priced.
And then, yeah. And then let's say for accident insurance in Ohio with the accidental death benefit, we have one with a $0 deductible or one with $500 deductible. Let's say you choose the one with $500 deductible with $10,000. That one's $30. The one for $5,000 coverage with the deductible is $22 a month. That's accident insurance. That's unisex too, male or female. So it goes by benefit, the amount of coverage they ask for.
Okay.
So
Good
yeah.
stuff.
That's open and available. Yeah, we do share our rate sheets with people. Yeah, the agents. Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic. Very competitive. A really strong asset for anybody's portfolio. So I think with that, we'll conclude the presentation. Brad, you still there? Any final comments, Brad? Any observations you want to make? Or I think Brad, he's very busy, probably on a call right now. But with that, Helga, any final comments, thoughts, anything you want to leave us with?
Well, I thank you for all you do. I know being an agent, it's a competitive field, and I know that you're trying to do the best for your client. I would just encourage you to think what they need. Be proactive instead of waiting for them to say, you know, this is what I want. I think you need to, you know, maybe present things to them and go from there. Yeah.
Fantastic. I appreciate your time, Helga. With that, we'll conclude the presentation. Everybody, have a great day.
Okay. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Thanks.